going to have a quick look at combining bass lines with very simple chord parts on an acoustic. Obviously this works on electric as well. So what we're going to do is just play through a basic 12-bar blues chord sequence and play the bass line with your thumb on your right hand. And for now, we're using first finger for second fret, fourth finger for fourth fret. And the pattern is this. And that's the pattern that we would play for an E chord. That's played twice. Then we repeat that for the A chord, which is the next one. So I've just copied that same pattern, just moved down to the next string. So the first one was, that's E, and A was, and the other chord that is involved is a B. So for the B, a little bit more complicated, we have to go like this. So it's a very similar pattern, but it's got that position shift. And just for continuity, I'm still using those same two fingers. Right, so the pattern that we play through would be the E pattern twice, A once, E once, B once, E once. So I'll just do that. It's just bass lines. And at that point the whole thing would normally start again and repeat. I should point out this is the basic version of this style of playing. I will do some follow-up videos where we develop this and make it a lot more complicated, but this is the basic pattern. So there's a lot of other things you can do with this. So what we're then trying to do afterwards is play the bass notes, but in between every note, with these two fingers, you play the first two strings like this. So if I demonstrate that with the E riff, it would be. So your right hand's kind of going, alternating between thumb and those two, it's like they're stuck together. Just playing those two strings. So that's what we would do for the E riff. For the A, there's a slightly more complicated or more difficult thing that we have to do with the A. Those two notes don't really work, well this one's fine, but this one doesn't sound so good with the A. So what we need to do is put this finger here. So we're going to be going, and you might recognise that that's the highest part of an A chord, whereas this is the highest part of an E chord. So that's why we're doing this. And that also explains one of the reasons why I'm using fourth finger here, because then I can go, rather than trying to go like this, which is a real stretch. So the pattern for the A riff would be, okay. Now for the B, we're just going to go back to what we did for the E, which is just these two open. So I'm now going to play through the whole thing. E riff twice, A riff once, E riff once, B riff once, E riff once. that would just repeat. So have a go at that. You have to take your time with it. It's one of these things where you're sort of doing several things at once, and it's getting the coordination that's the tricky part. The individual things that are happening aren't that difficult. Just putting them all together is a bit tricky. But there's a lot more we can do with this. So this is the first stage. So initially just try the bass line. Remember to use those fingers. And go through the whole pattern like that. And then very slowly try and add in this. If that's very difficult, then initially just practice doing this. And just work on the E riff to begin with. Once you feel comfortable with that, then try and play the whole sequence. If you like the video, please subscribe, and yeah, there'll be more based on this one to come. Thanks.